Stories have a way of captivating our hearts and minds, taking us on adventures and unlocking new perspectives. They transport us from the ordinary to the extraordinary and make us laugh, cry, and feel inspired. Throughout history, storytelling has been used to preserve culture, educate, and entertain. Today, we continue to be fascinated by the power of a good story. And in this video, we'll be taking you on a journey through the tales and mystery, courage and love from the real-life experiences of ordinary people who did extraordinary things. So sit back and relax, prepare to be entertained and entranced as we delve into the rich tapestry of human experiences through these incredible stories. But before we get into it, once upon a time, there was a YouTuber who was very upset that despite having great content, his videos were not getting enough likes. He decided to do something about it and got a magic wand that he believed could magically compel people to click that like button. As he waved his magic wand and pronounced, "Like my videos, like my videos," he sat and he waited for the influx of likes to come rolling in. But nothing happened. It turns out that people are not so easily manipulated by magic wands. Instead, the YouTuber learned that creating awesome content, connecting with people, and making them laugh was the real secret to getting more likes. Now here is Nancy Wake's life story. Hello and welcome to Amazing Lucky People, where we feature stories of amazing people who have overcome odds and made history. Today, we'll be talking about Nancy Wake, a woman who defied conventions, risked her life, and saved countless people during World War II. Nancy Wake was born on August the 30th, 1912 in Wellington, New Zealand. Her family moved to Sydney, Australia when she was only 2 years old, where she grew up with a strong sense of adventure and a fierce determination to make her mark on the world. Nancy's parents sent her to boarding school in Sydney, where she cut her teeth on the challenges of living away from home. At age 16, Nancy ran away from school and worked as a nurse. Eventually, she saved up enough money to buy a ticket to New York City, where she started working as a journalist at the Hearst Corporation. Nancy later moved to London and became a freelance reporter. But it was when World War II broke out that Nancy found her true calling. She moved to Paris and worked as a journalist, where she witnessed the brutality of the Nazi regime firsthand. Nancy said that the atrocity she saw in Paris made her want to do something to save people from the horrors of the war. So she trained to become a spy and went on several missions to sabotage the Nazi efforts. She had to be careful at times, and during one mission she narrowly escaped with her life when a Nazi patrol caught up with her. After her escape, she knew that her life would never return to normal. Nancy's training made her adapt to learning new things quickly. When her first mission was compromised, Nancy remained undaunted and continued working with other agents of the British Special Operations Executive. In the years that followed, she would organise and participate in rescues, gather intelligence and sabotage Nazi installations in occupied France. All the while, Nancy continued to fall deeper in love with fellow resistance fighter Henry Fiocca. Later, Nancy led an auxiliary service corps in support of the French resistance. She was a master of disguise and lived under several false identities, which helped her avoid detection by the Nazis. Nancy became known as the White Mouse, a nickname that the Germans gave her after she continued to elude capture despite being the most wanted person in France by the Gestapo. She was almost captured several times, but she was always one step ahead of the enemy. Nancy's actions helped to sabotage the Nazis, and she was responsible for leading countless acts of courage and resistance which ultimately led to France's liberation. But her success was not without loss. Her husband was tortured and executed by the Nazis, prompting her to commit the rest of her life to the resistance movement. Nancy Wake's work during the war was recognised by many countries. She received several honours and awards, including the George Medal from the British government and the Medal of Freedom from the United States government. She was also awarded the Croix de Guerre and the Médaille de la Résistance, France's highest military and civilian honours for bravery. Nancy led a rich and rewarding life after the war, continuing to inspire people with her courage and determination. Nancy Wake lived to be 98 years old. She spent the rest of her life in England and Australia, where she continued to inspire people with her courage and determination, speaking publicly about her experiences and encouraging others to be brave in the face of adversity. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Amazing Lucky People and found Nancy Wake's life truly inspiring. Join us next time for another compelling story. Thank you for watching.